hard to walk with the long claws. Anything else?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I wrote about parrots.
Oh, cool. Tell me something interesting about parrots.
It has 393 species.
393 different species of parrot. Cool.
There are two families of parrots.
Two families of parrots. Okay. What are the two families?
And the most popular parrot is the blue and yellow macaw.
Macaw. A bat. Cool. Tell me something about a bat.
The heart of the bat can use to make medicine for, I don't know.
Coronavirus.
No.
The heart of a bat is used to make medicine. Now, this is something I have never heard before in my life.
The bat have the sound in the ears called. It have the ultrasonic sound in the ear, so it can hear the sound. So it cannot. The bat cannot see, so it use the sound to.
Yeah, I can hear ultrasonic, right? Okay. Little known fact: vampire bats actually drink blood. So what a vampire bat does, it will find an animal, it will make a small cut in it, and it will spit on the cut. The reason it spits on the cut is that it stops it from cutting, from making a scab. Or cut yourself, there's like hard skin go over it. So the bat stops this from happening. It goes, and the cut doesn't close, which lets the vampire bat keep drinking. So doctors are looking into help people from getting blood clots. It's pretty interesting. I didn't know. Hermione, yes, I'm pretty sure I got your homework. 1 second. Let me double check that. I'm almost positive I've seen it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Emily, what's up?
Actually, I really know a lot about bats, but I don't like it.
Yeah, bats, they're not very nice. I don't really like bats. I had a bat flying into my room back at home in Ireland. It was scary.
I've once seen a bat in Lily's apartment.
Phil, you answer the question?
I had it my homework.
Oh, it's okay. Right, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I write about a macaw parrot.
We're going to have a look at rainforests. What we're going to do is we're going to look at how rainforests are broken up. So you think a rainforest is one ecosystem. It's about 4 ecosystems in one. And the reason it's about 4 different ecosystems in one is because of the heights of the trees and what the trees actually do to the different sections of a rainforest. So let me share my screen with you, okay? Abiotic factors for a rainforest. You can tell me some of the abiotic factors that affect a rainforest. Non-living things that affect rainforests. Okay.
Water. It helps the plants to grow.
Yeah, it helps the plants to grow. Where's the water coming from?
The rain
And where's that rain coming from?
from the sky.
And where's this rain get? Or where's the water get? Where's the sky getting the water from? Think about it, right? It's called a rainforest because of transpiration. Okay, all the water that rains down comes from leaves. Okay, comes from the leaves. What else? What's another non-living thing that affects a rainforest? Laura.
The soil.
Well, yes, exactly. Soil is very rich, so lots of nutrients. It's getting its nutrients from all the dead leaves. What else is affecting a rainforest? Bill?
Trees.
Trees are living things. What's a non-living thing?
Water.
Water. We said water. What's something else?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Okay, cool. Who can tell me where most rainforests are found?
Tropical forest.
Yeah, tropical forests. Where are tropical forests mostly found on the earth? Closest to what? Begins with E.
Africa.
No, begins with E, ends in Er.
Please read it and give me the answer for this question.
An imaginary line that goes around the middle of the earth. Yeah, Hermione.
The equator line.
Yeah, the equator, right? So most rainforests are found near the equator. The equator is like that bit of the earth that bulges out and sticks out a little bit further. It's closest to the sun. So rainforests actually get a lot of sunlight. In the rainforest, you've got lots of water due to rain. You've got sunlight because it's close to the equator. You have really rich, nutrient-rich soil. You've got lots of trees. And you've also got, oh, I forgot one. It's really hot as well, okay? So all of these things contribute to the rainforest ecosystem. But because of the way the rainforest is built, it's not the same for every level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that in a bit more detail, okay? So we looked at this really quickly yesterday, so we're going to look at it a bit more detail today. Is in a rainforest, there are 4 different layers. You have the emergent layer. Now, the emergent layer is the tallest trees, okay? It's at the very, very, very top. Big, tall, very high trees. Underneath that, you have the canopy layer. Canopy is a word for things, or for something that covers something, okay? If I asked you to get the canopy with me, find something to put over me. So the canopy layer is lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of trees. There's lots of life here, okay? Understory level is just below the canopy. This is smaller trees, getting a little bit bigger, but not getting that much sunlight because the canopy is blocking it all. On the forest floor, it's almost dark because there's very, very little sunshine that gets down here. Types of plants that grow down here are like ferns. They don't need a lot of sunlight, and they use spores in order to reproduce. And that's the way it goes. So each one of these is pretty much its own ecosystem. So here's the thing about the emergent layer, it gets lots of sunlight, okay? The canopy layer, lots of sunlight as well. Understory layer, not that much sunlight. It's really warm because of all the moisture and the humidity in the air. And the forest floor, it's really dark, it's wet because of all the rain. So each one of them is different, and each of the plant life and animal life in each one is different as well. I know you did, yeah. I know you did, Hermione, which is great, to be honest, but we need to go through it with everyone else. You can help me. So you can help me a lot. But you want to teach? Hermione, would you like to teach these? Let's have a look at this in a bit more detail. So the emergent layer is the highest layer in a rainforest. It's very sunny. Only the tallest and strongest trees can survive here. So you have trees which go above the canopy, they grow up really, really high, they're really, really strong. What do you think some of the characteristics would be of these types of trees? What do you think these types of trees look like? Can you put your cameras on, please? So these trees are tall and strong. What do you think the stems are going to be like? Remind me.
The stem will be tall and woody so that it can hold up the tree so the tree won't fall down.
Perfect, good stuff. What do you think the leaves on these types of trees are going to be like?
They could be small if they need little sunlight.
Yeah. So when they're growing, they probably have big leaves to get more sunlight to get that big, right? But as they get to the top, they probably get a little bit smaller as well. So these trees are they're tall and they're strong and they're much higher than everyone, like all the rest of the trees that you see in a rainforest. What type of animals do you think live up here? Let's give you the answer. Flying animals, okay? So parrots, birds, butterflies, bats, they're the animals that live in these kind of trees, okay? Why do you think these animals live up there?
I think they need because their homes are up high, so they live on the top.
Yeah, so flying animals live in high places because they can fly, right? They can fly up very high. They can get away from all the predators down low. They're not going to have any predators up there at all whatsoever. You get some eagles up there. There's an eagle called the harpy eagle. It's really scary, kind of terrifying. Everyone knows what a harpy is. A harpy's a mythological Greek being that was a fortune of doom, death, and the eagle kind of looks the same. I'll show you a picture actually, because they're really weird looking things. How scary that is. The harpy eagle. I'm pretty sure they have the strongest wings of any eagle because of the weight that they carry, and their chicks are also huge as well. That's just one eagle that lives in a rainforest, okay? Yeah, is that a bird or a person wearing a costume? It's definitely a bird. They're the type of animals that live in the emergent layer, okay? So that very, very top layer, they can generally fly. They live in the tallest trees because they can fly up to the tallest trees. It means they don't have any predators. Parrots, birds, butterflies, types of eagles, they live up there, okay? So remember that flying animals live in the emergent, which are the tallest trees. Next, you have the canopy layer. Now, this is where most amounts of life live in a rainforest. This is both plant an animal. Remember what I said, that a canopy is something you put to cover over something, right? You put something in the shade to make sure you can get out of the sun. If there's that many trees to cover the size of a rainforest, then there's going to be huge amounts of life there. So 70 to 90% of all animal and plant life live in the canopy layer. Okay, so there are so many leaves in this area that light barely gets through to the forest floor because of it. So again, if you have trees, look at my trees. All the trees, they come together. What happens is you get very little option to actually allow light to come through. And there's so many trees that they just blanket and they cover everything. So remember, the canopy layer has the most amount of plant and animal life, and it stops sunlight from getting to the floor. Now, types of animals that live here are things like birds, monkeys, frogs, insects. They all live there. Yeah, also pretty funny. I think that's really funny anyway. So, one thing you also have here, you have something called an air plant. Now, remember in class we grew plants in cotton buds, and we proved that we didn't necessarily need soil in order to grow a plant. What happens in this layer is that you have plants grow on the branches of trees. So what happens is that you have a branch of a tree, you have a plant. On this plant, the roots will grow around the branch, and instead of taking nutrients from soil, they take nutrients from the air. So they get sunlight to make food for themselves, and they make so much food they don't need huge amounts of nutrients. But then they can also take nutrients from the air around them as well, which is pretty cool and pretty interesting. But remember that this is like monkeys and birds, insects, some lizards live up here. It's not that high, it's not that far to the ground, but it's got lots and lots of fruit. Remember, you've got lots of trees, lots of plants, lots of flowers, therefore you've got lots of fruit. So you've got a lot of food to support that ecosystem, okay? Remember, top layer, emerging layer, you've got flying animals that will swoop down and find their food. Next layer, you've got some flying animals, but you've also got monkeys, which can swing in between the trees and get the food that they need. You've also got insects starting to grow here now. Insects don't really go that high, like butterflies. Butterflies fly pretty high. They fly nearly as high as helicopters, I think, because the wind is really strong up there, which allows them to get from place to place really fast. Some butterflies can go up to 200-300 miles an hour, which is terrifying. But this layer is full of life, okay? Because there's so much trees, there's so much plants, there's so much flowers, it can support everything, okay? It can support the amount of life there because it has the ability to do it. Now, next one is the understory or shrub layer, okay? So this layer is underneath the canopy. It's not getting that much sunlight. What you tend to find here is you find small plants, okay? So shrubs, young trees, or vines. What's a vine? Who can tell me what a vine is? Do you know?
A type of tree that grows around another tree.
Yeah, so a vine is a type of tree, as Dino said, that grows around another tree. It will start very small. And because it's not strong enough to go up trees itself, what it will do is it'll work its way around the tree to get up to the sunlight. What you tend to see here is you get young trees, okay? Why young trees, basically, they start growing here. I remember what we said about the emergent layer, that if they grow tall and strong, they can get high. If a young tree cannot grow tall and strong in the understory layer, it's not going to get to the canopy, it's not going to get to the emergent. So it needs to grow quick and fast and strong. What do you think a young tree would do to grow quick and fast?
Take more nutrients in sunlight.
Yeah, okay, so how's it going to take more nutrients in sunlight? Let's ask Rosie.
Can you say the question again?
Yeah, so if a young tree is going to grow big and strong really fast, it needs nutrients and sunlight. What do you think a plant can do for nutrients and sunlight? No worries. Hermione?
I think that they will suck up more water than they can call around the other trees to get more sunlight, and its leaf need to be bigger so that it can get as much sunlight as possible.
Perfect, excellent answer. So yes, the root system will be bigger and longer to get as much water and nutrients as possible. It will use other trees to grow high and strong, and it's going to have bigger leaves to get more sunlight, okay? So animals that live here, they start to get a little bit bigger because the lower to the ground they are, the bigger the animals are, which means the bigger the prey is. So you get insects and animals like jaguars and snakes. Young trees live here. And then last one, we have the forest floor. The forest floor of the rainforest, this is the ground layer of the rainforest ecosystem. There's almost no sunlight. Largest animals in the jungle all live in this layer. So you get animals like elephants and gorillas and leopards. They can live here because Animals that live here can sustain them to live here. Leopards, they can't climb trees, but when animals come down from the trees to pick fruit that may have fallen, and they can attack and take them. The gorillas, for example, they can eat the low-lying shrubs and fruit, food that lives down here. Elephants as well, they do the same. Plants like ferns tend to live down here, and we know that ferns don't use seeds in order to reproduce, they use spores. So once again, if a rainforest is wet and there's lots of water and spores use water to reproduce, you send their spores along to the spore system, then it's perfect for them, right? These are all ways in which the four ecosystems work together. So at the top, you've got emergence, lots of sun. Canopy, you've got a good bit of sun, but not as high. Understory layer, you don't have that much sunlight. It's pretty moist, it's pretty damp. And then the bottom layer, you have absolutely no light at all. So there you've got four different ways. We still have those four general abiotic factors which influence the whole rainforest. But the way the rainforest is structured, each part of that ecosystem is a little bit different. So I'm going to give you a quizzes now, okay, about what we just covered. I mentioned that pretty fast. Now, we're probably going to go through this again tomorrow in detail. I'm going to give you some homework about this. Doing this homework will be super important. You do this homework, you make the lesson tomorrow easier. The easier the lesson is tomorrow, the more time we'll be able to have fun. We'll play a game. I'm going to find an interactive game. I think I found one interactive game that we can have a look at. And I've also found a virtual tour of the San Diego Zoo with the rainforest exhibit as well, which is pretty cool. So what I want you to do is push this quizzes, take your time, and then do the homework I set you for this evening, okay? So all of you, please go to joinmyquiz.com. It's ID. Thank you very much. Okay, let's look at this. Only one person. So this layer of the rainforest does not get much sunlight. It is dark and humid here. What layers is the understory? We said that the forest floor is completely dark. There is absolutely no sunlight. A little much sunlight, yes, because remember we have some trees growing here, okay? The understory. Okay, if you had said there are no trees growing here, that'll be the forest floor, okay? Let's see, what else do we have? Covered rainforest refers to as a jungle, yes. What about Earth? Are those some regions part of the rainforest? Yeah, it's the floor. Many of the plants and leaves are very large, which helps them absorb sunlight. Equal, it does equal. Yeah, good job. There's more than one answer there. Where's their hand raised? Yes, Emily, what's up?
I wanted to tell you that I was doing the quiz and I accidentally pushed the button equal. So I was wrong.
You cost your team dearly. Terrible. Yes, Hermione. Yes.
What?
You have your hand raised.
Nope.
You do?
No.
Okay, Pizza.
What?
You have your hand raised.
I don't know why.
Okay, cool. Right, let's quickly go through the, okay, hold on. So, I'm going to stop this now because I want to talk about your homework. And I want to make sure that you all do your homework this evening. What we've just done, we're going to do again tomorrow. So, if you all do your homework this evening, we can get through tomorrow really fast. Meaning, we'll have more time to do either another quizzes or I'll find an interactive game for us to do.
Mr.
So-
Ryan.
Yes.
No. How good is my report? Homework.
A lot better. Yeah, it's good. A lot better. Good job. A lot better.
I write again the Jaguars homework.
I know. Guitars, is it? Anyway, doesn't matter. Pizza, good job. Well done. So look, we got less than a minute. So I'm going to send your homework. There's going to be questions about what we've done today. Take your time with the homework. Please get it done. Very important. Okay? Right. Thank you all very much. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.